Welcome back to another My Team lineup challenge, and I forgot to record this, so I sort of just jumped into the game, so I sort of have to record it now. But we're doing an all ONYX team today, and I've got Oscar Robertson, Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, Kevin Garnett, Wilt Chamberlain, Jason Kidd, Derrick Rose, Chris Paul, Moses Malone, Bill Walton, Dwight Howard, Pete Maravich, John Havlicek, and that's the ONYX lineup. And we're also playing a pretty good teammate. He's got a ONYX John Stockton, Pink Diamond Michael Jordan, Pink Diamond Melo, Ruby Tim Duncan, Pink Diamond Shaq, Diamond Allen Iverson, Pink Diamond Andre Iguodala, ONYX Wade, Ruby Sean Kemp, ONYX Billups, ONYX Bosch, Ruby LaMarcus Aldridge, and ONYX Jermaine O'Neal. So let's see if we can win this game. This looks like a pretty good challenge.
Contest with the Magic in Orlando. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And the Magic start out with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Anthony. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Duncan. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Stockton in at the point guard position. And that one's good.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
Yeah, Clark, I think they can really attack this club in the paint. That's where they can win this game if they dominate there. A lot of praise has been sent Kobe's way over the years, but perhaps one of the biggest I heard last season was when Grant Hill called him the toughest person he ever had to guard.
New York on D. From 10 feet out, and it's Shaq with the rebound. And a fast break now for New York. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Shaq. Jordan's got his first points of the game.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because it poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
And that one's good by Chamberlain.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now let's find out what head coach Derek Fisher had to say to DB. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, the crucial aspect for them in his mind is going to be making things tough inside for their opponent. He said they're physical, they like to mix it up. If we don't respond in kind, they'll push us around and we'll get bullied all game. Back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And it's Garnett penetrating. And it comes off the front of the rim. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Jordan can't get it to go. Orlando with the ball. Chamberlain kicks to McGrady. Fader on the way, and it's good.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Now here's Stockton. A nice shot by Shaq.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
New York Knicks were ranked as the NBA's most valuable franchise recently, and with team values skyrocketing, the Knicks came in at around $1.5 billion. That's a B, billion.
And of course, for the Knicks, a huge part of their value comes from playing in the Big Apple.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin. The business and media capital of the United States, you know, they go out of their way to attract the big stars to the games. Courtside seats for the top names. That helps give the Knicks an allure, kind of a glamour that a lot of franchises don't have.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
McGrady right side. Another miss by Orlando.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
Stockton kicks to Shaq. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, I bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie. You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
And the Knicks good for 2.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Deflects the pass. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kemp's checked in for Duncan. Iguodala comes in for Anthony. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Michael Jordan. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for John Stockton. And the shot is good. Rose has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open? Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. You didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New York?
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
Now, here is O'Neal. 8 points for him. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Havlicek. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Howard against Shaq. There's the pass to Iverson. Up and in on the layups.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
That one goes. Count it. Inside to Kemp. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Wade, and it's rejected. Here's Maravich, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Knicks lead by 1. And well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
And you get a chance early on to see their depth. They got a nice effort from their bench players early in this game.
Yeah, Steve, I tell you what, their subs have really packed the punch for them so far.
The Knicks with the lead. Big Gan out there with Walton. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Kidd in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
I think for a while, Clark, teams looked at Iguodala and saw his talent and what he could do on the floor, and they wanted him to be a centerpiece. Now that he's been in the league this long, and as a vet, he seems almost better suited as a complementary piece.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, not everybody can be the main focal point of a team. That's no knock on Iguodala. I mean, I think he's terrific. He does a little bit of everything, does it all well. And I understand he's really a high-quality guy and teammate. He's very much more of a playmaker than a scorer, even though he can look dominant with the ball in his hands at times.
Iverson passes to Billups. Anthony on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Billups.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And with Iguodala comfortable in his role playing as a sidekick, it makes sense because he modeled his game so closely after Pippen when he was growing up. Very much cut out of the same cloth. Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Here's Kidd. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter.
You know, final thought here on Iguodala. The more I think about what you said about him and Pippen, They're similar in length. Their ability, their versatility defensively is a talent that I think they both have, in addition to being able to make plays for others. I think it's a reasonable comparison, actually quite apt when you look at those two guys.
Now here is McGrady, off target with the jump hook, and he gets it to go. Chamberlain got 6 points.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. You got to play hard, guys.
Duncan with the bucket.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
They get the rebound. Phillips, no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
For 3, Kidd, and that one's good. Kidd's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Kidd with the steal. All going up court. Good. And it's Holton who picks up the assist. And it's a 3-point Orlando lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
And stolen by Iverson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Yeah, it's one thing to create a turnover, but to so inadvertently turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Well, you know, Chris Paul has such an intelligence for the game. High IQ, and he's extremely competitive. He looks for every advantage he can get, whether it's 2-for-1s or looking to sell a call to the officials. He always appears to be driven to find that edge.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Walton. Kobe comes in for Chris Paul. And it's Robertson in for B. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. He urged his guys to get after it on the offensive glass, to follow every single shot, extend possessions, and cash in on some second-chance points. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And the Knicks with possession here. After the Magic pick up 2. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Robertson. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
Good aggressive finish on the break.
That's as easy a 2 points as you could ask for.
Knicks trail by 8. Stockton outside. Shaq with the screen. And Stockton, here we go. Jordan, he's open. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got his 5th assist in this one.
Almost pulled the trigger, but he realized he had a better look for his teammate.
Here's Garnett. And Orlando again with the bucket.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it. Major defensive lapse right there.
And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Magic leading by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the second half, just about to get going here.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Shaq. He has 8 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
Yeah, he's played really well, moving the ball around, and you'd like to see the rest of the team kind of get into that same passing groove that he's in.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal.
How about his scoring in the first half? I mean, he's looked like a different player out there today.
He really has, Steve. It's been a pleasant surprise for him, that's for sure. I mean, he really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
And on the floor for Derek Fisher as we get into the second half. O'Neal is out there with Duncan. Then there's John Stockton. Then it's Anthony, and it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. Knocked away. Rose goes in. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Knicks trail by 10. Here's Stockton. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, the Magic are still clearly in the process of rebuilding, but sooner or later, and I think it'll be sooner, they'll be looking to get back into the playoffs with the kind of talent they've started to collect.
And with the Magic 2 consecutive years now, Steve, where they've been beaten out of the playoffs, but that could change soon.
Well, this franchise has had so much success since it started that even a 2-year absence from the playoffs seems like a drought for them. In fact, 4 years is the longest they've ever gone without making the playoffs, and that was when they were actually formed in 1989.
The feed to Anthony. New York moving the ball around. Shaq kicks to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. The second chance effort. Count the bucket. Duncan's got his second bucket.
Now, you got to love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
McGrady dishes to Chamberlain. The fadeaway. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Chamberlain got the lead. Back up to 10 now for Orlando. New York calls timeout.
It's like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the plan with his team. He told the players he wants a high volume of shots for the remainder of the game. He went so far as to say there is no such thing as a bad shot out there. He also talked about their perimeter defense. He does not want to see anyone getting easy outside opportunities. He wants their defense to blanket those outside shooters. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. The three from Bryant. The shot is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
Well, for Tim Duncan with age, the Spurs have looked to reduce his minutes load during the regular season. But when he's on the court, he remains as efficient as ever.
There's Rose with the three. Offensive rebound. Over Stockton. And it's Rose. This time the assist from Kevin Garnett. Rose has got 5.
You know, I'd like to see more of that from him. He's been passing up his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones he takes. He's got to be more aggressive.
And Duncan last season averaging close to a double-double in less than 30 minutes a game, as dominant on the glass as ever. Tim Duncan.
It's deflected. Chamberlain kicks to Garnett. Tries from 10. Another shot. Back to Chamberlain. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Now when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
Man, he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of, but just always in control. Kind of an old school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz.
And both free throws good from Garnett.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Iverson passes to Duncan. Jordan dishes to Iverson. In low to Duncan. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. 6 points for Tim Duncan. And you take a look at Tim Duncan's rebounding, Steve. Moving into the top 5 in career double-doubles.
Yeah, he just passed Karl Malone and the great Bill Russell. So Duncan just continues this late career renaissance. His play has just been spectacular the last few years.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. And now just a 2-point Orlando lead.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Magic have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And the basket good. And it's 6 points for Kobe Bryant.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here's Iverson. That's good.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And then for New York, Kemp comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Michael Jordan.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range. Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
The Knicks with the lead. Passes it to Iverson. The three. No good. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Malone. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Malone's got 5. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down in the last few minutes the way it looks.
Here's Paul, and again it's Orlando converted. Here's Iverson. Cannot hit. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Magic lead by 3. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the end. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly to set up that alley-oop.
Robertson is out there with Kobe. Then it's Big Cat. Then it's Garnett. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Stockton outside. Dishes it to O'Neal. And he cuts it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Here's Chamberlain. O'Neal with the rebound.
You'd expect him to nail that one being that close to the hoop.
Kobe against Iverson. Feeds to O'Neal. Inside to Kemp. Robertson with the steal. He lobs it up. And Chamberlain with the stop.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Wilt Chamberlain.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Rose, he's checked in for Robertson. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the Knicks. Jordan comes in for Iverson. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
And the dunk by Kobe.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Well, we've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old to watch.
Stockton kicks to Jordan. Kobe with the steal. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Knicks trail by 5. Floats one up. Here's Shaq. It's good, and a nice assist from Stockton. Shaq's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
And that one's good.
Well, those are key baskets, and we know he can deliver down the stretch.
And here's Kobe for three. Rose kicks to Kobe. Back to Rose. Tipped away. The dish to Garnett. Tries again. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Jordan.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here, that puts them in the lead. And the Knicks lead by 1. And look at how the hustle game has been going for New York.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
Yeah, nobody giving up any ground either way, fella.
And don't be surprised if this comes down to the final possession. It just kind of has that feel tonight, doesn't it?
The Magic making a switch here. Kids checked in, and New York with a change here, too. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Kemp.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Here's Garnett, and a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. And that's 12 points for Garnett. And now Kidd pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Stockton passes to Duncan. Stockton with it. Now McGrady defending. Here's O'Neal. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Shaq's got 10 points in just the second half.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Anthony kicks to Stockton. Here's Jordan. That is good. And now a 3-point New York lead.
It's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Robertson, he's checked in for Orlando.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Stockton kicks to Anthony. Here's Jordan. Duncan trying to break loose. Jordan's shot is off. The Magic have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Getting some solid looks for them. McGrady against Jordan. And stolen by Jordan. And Stockton, here we go. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Well, Orlando shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense.
A crucial basket. They needed it, and he gave it to them.
New York calls timeout. They're losing by 1. 20 seconds left to play here in the 4th. What do you think, guys?
Well, and you've got the luxury here of running a play, so you want to do something that you're very comfortable with.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, no need to panic whatsoever. I mean, they're in a very good spot right here. That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by.
Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have a MyTEAM lineup idea that you would like to see me do, leave it in the comments below, and thanks for watching. See you later.